you.
It doesn't matter. It's fine. Okay, so I guess the first question, when you hear pharmacy, what do you think of? What would you go to a pharmacy for? What are its uses? Anybody? Drugs. Okay.
Well, pharmacies have changed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, pharmacies you go to get groceries now. You know, all the CVS stores around here, and in many of the suburbs, have changed.
Mm-hmm.
Their grocery shopping experiences now for many people more than just drugs, more than just drugs, or prescriptions.
Have you guys ever used it for groceries?
A little. I live in the city, so sometimes, like, you know, conventional grocery store, conventional big box type of place is a little further away, and it's, you know, something like that will be right there.
Is there anything like that around here where you could get groceries like that?
I mean, minor, like the CVS on Warren will have like yogurt and frozen pizzas. It's not great, but if you don't have a lot of time, there it is.
Can we close that door any chance?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
I think most groceries, most pharmacies are located in some kind of, I don't think there's that many self-standing pharmacies where you just go there
For just prescriptions? Mm-hmm.
In a grocery store, in a chain like Walgreens or CVS or something like that.
How about other type of things? What else would you use it for other than prescriptions or groceries?
I use it for the advice that they give.
Okay, like, what do you mean?
Well, I trust my pharmacist.
Yeah, come on in.
I trust my pharmacist, and I go to one so that there's an interaction. And I trust my pharmacist to tell me other things if I have any problems with both the counter recommendations. But I feel like I trust my pharmacist sometimes more than my doctors.
Okay. Does anybody else feel like that?
I do too. I go there for advice to see if there's interactions between the drugs that the prescriptions that I have, if there's more than one.
So would that be like a main? Would you guys ever use it for that? It's kind of a branch between a pharmacy and a doctor's office.
Yes.
You would.
I thought that was a good point, especially when you get the printout, usually of the drugs that you're going to be taking. So you get a chance to read that and actually talk to the pharmacist about the actual medication you're taking, as opposed to the doctor. It's a little standoffish, but when you actually have the medication in hand and the instructions and somebody to talk about, then it makes a difference.
Mm-hmm. And so having at least an expert. So if you go to your average like CVS or something, and you just talk to the person standing there, I mean, you're hoping to get that kind of input, right? That should be the goal. Kind of medication. If you want to grab food, definitely go for it also. So, okay, how about local pharmacies? Where do you guys all live around here, or do you commute? You live down here? Anybody else? Yeah, just well, how about 10 minutes around here? Okay. So actually a lot. I'm surprised. I thought more people would be commuting. Pharmacies around here, where would you go?
I go to University Pharmacy and I live in Grove.
Anyone else?
I haven't had the need to get a pharmacy yet since living here, but I assumed I would probably go to the Walgreens on my way home.
Okay, where's that one at?
The Jefferson.
Okay. Do you guys know where University Pharmacy is? Where's that at? Okay. Can you describe that place a little bit?
It's less than a 5-minute walk. It's not only a pharmacy, but it's also a post office.
Okay. Let's see. How about anybody been in there? Has everybody used that place yet?
Yes.
They have granola bars? Okay. You didn't know it was down there? Okay, so you work in this building then, right? Okay, so you never venture that way?
Actually, I've lived in Detroit all my life. I must have passed. I'm sure I passed it. Or if someone was to point it out, I would probably say, "Oh, that's what it is."
What does it look like on the outside?
Kind of nondescript. The sign doesn't stand out.
Just like one of the other stores there.
Okay.
It's probably constrained by other design considerations, but they just can't do whatever they want to do.
Too many windows for all of the retail is a barrier.
Now, They do send out occasional emails. You know, I don't know if it comes from them or it comes from the university, but you know, you do get an occasional email reminding you can get a 5% discount if you go to the university.
Okay.
They give a discount, they deliver. If you're in this building, they're right around the corner. They'll call you if you need a refill. They used to keep your information online, which they apparently can no longer do, so they have to get your card every single time. I think they're great. They work with the Wellness Warriors. They work with the University Benefits Office. So I think they're wonderful.
Wellness Warriors.
They deliver again.
Yeah, that's
nice in the winter.
Well, let's talk about that delivery. Would you guys do you live down here?
No, I live in Troy.
Okay, so they deliver to Troy, and
No, they deliver to my office.
oh, okay, gotcha. So that would be convenient for anybody that has an office. Would you guys ever use a service like that?
Yes.
You okay? So, and you had never heard of it, and you would use a service like that? Okay. Let's see. So, oh, I'm wiggling. Okay. So I have a problem. When I record, I move too much. So when I'm playing it on the video, it's like, stop wiggling. Okay. Fine. I'll give up the rights. Okay, so Wellness Warriors. I've heard of it. I'm not sure what it is. Can you guys tell me about it?
The wellness program.
Okay.
You have to be introduced to the incentives for your participation.
Okay. Show of hands, who's a member of the Wellness Warriors? Okay, so about 50% approximately. Why aren't you?
I just started working here.
Okay, brand new. How about you?
Never heard of it.
Okay. Let's see.
I think the commitment level of it, or some of the things that they do, I can do with the membership that I already have at a different gym.
Okay, gotcha.
To participate in Wellness Warriors and get the incentive, you only need to communicate with the coach. They've made it so simple right now. So you don't have to go to any outside programs. You don't have to exercise. So that's all you've got to do, and then you get your incentives.
Okay, I want to talk about university pharmacy a little bit more. So that's who we're actually working with. We're trying to get them some awareness. Well, most people have walked by it, seen it. Not very many people have used it. Decent amount of staff have actually used it, so that's good. That's who she's actually trying to target for services. Things like the lipid management program, things like the mixing, like medication info and stuff. Let's see. So I want to talk about convenience of hours, I guess. Do you guys know what their hours are?
They've got a very cute ending time. I don't know if you've noticed it, but it says from 8 to 4-ish.
I noticed that.
Now for me it's fine, but you know, for some other people, 4-ish might not be a nice thing.
4-ish work for everyone?
I wonder if that because the post office, depending on the flexibility of the post office, when the post office person comes to pick up the mail.
I think it's just when the 4 o'clock comes around, if it looks like 4 to 4 comes around, if it looks like it's snowing outside and nobody's coming in.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, the parking up there. You guys, do you park in this structure? You guys all work around here, I'm assuming. Do you park in that structure, and would that be convenient for you? Or is it inconvenient to get over there?
Where exactly is it?
Okay, it's, do you know where Dunkin' Donuts is?
Yes.
Okay, so it's right on that complex.
Okay.
Yep, right attached to that.
Next to FedEx.
Mhm.
I never noticed it.
Would that be out of the way for anybody to walk over there?
I park north of campus, but I'll just like run over there on like a lunch break or just like quickly go for a walk and stop and do my computer. So
I do the same, so it's very convenient.
Okay.
Well, for this side of campus, I mean, pretty much probably all of us park in one of these 2 parking lots, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be convenient for those who park in these 2 parking lots to just walk right over there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're parked on, anywhere else, like on the opposite side, where on Woodward, it may be less of an incentive because it is convenient because it's right there for these this side of campus.
Yeah, if you're over working in like State Hall,
Right,
would you
or
see
yeah,
yourself walking across?
Med Center.
But they
I
deliver.
You would?
I used to work in the Maxey building.
Okay.
And I would walk over.
So it's not that you don't think it's that bad of a walk.
No.
Okay.
But they deliver.
So yeah, that's definitely.
And
Okay, let's talk about health consciousness. Scale of 1 to 10, how high do you think you're? Well, let's say 1 to 7. How healthy would you say you are?
it's different than health consciousness.
Okay, so.
I mean, we probably all know what we do. I would rate that as being conscious, but whether or not I'm at that level of, one and healthiness might be something different. So, which one are you looking for?
Let's go. How healthy are you actually?
Or really thinking of?
Yeah.
Without going to the
Yes. Do you watch the type of foods that you eat?
Yes, yeah.
So do you go for healthy food items, given the choice?
I think it goes up
Right,
and
there we
down.
go.
So I think I eat pretty well. So I would say that would be on a scale from 1 to 7. It would be probably about a 5.
Okay.
But it can go up and down. So it's not 100%. So I would say a percentage range. I would probably say maybe 80% I'm okay. I don't eat beef or pork and try to eat more like non-fried foods and things like that. So not.
So how about options around here? Basically, like you said, granola's over there. What else is in there? Other type of food that you would get, like healthy foods.
Probably like nuts and stuff. I don't know.
I've only been in there a couple times, but it seemed to me it was more aimed at the residents here, like if they needed to run in and grab something quicker.
Mm-hmm.
It's good, but not necessarily food. Like that I eat for lunch.
They have like candy and stuff. Like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Would you walk over there for something like that?
There's a place right over here.
I've been stuck with underpants at like 4 o'clock, and I've just gone right there and like grab a.
So it's, yeah, I mean, anywhere you could go, you could get the same type of items. Would you? Is that a fair statement or no? Is there any differences over there that you could get that you can't get elsewhere?
When I think they face quite a bit of competition from the little Asian market. It started out as a South Asian Indian food place, which it still primarily is.
Uh-huh.
But they sell everything else, toilet paper to lip gloss or whatever, to plantains to bananas. So, from a grocery random item perspective, the pharmacy can't compete with them.
Are they cheaper?
I don't think it's because I don't know if they're cheaper or not, but I think it's because it's got a more busyness store, convenience store feel to it.
And its intent is to be a market where an intent for a pharmacy is not to be a grocery store at that level, the way that one's set up.
If I get food at the pharmacy, it's usually because I've like stopped there for something else, like I needed stamps or like allergy medicine or something, and then I'll like get a snack, but I don't go there to get a snack.
How about you guys? Would anything bring you over there? Any type of product?
To the pharmacy?
Yeah. What would actually make you go over there?
If it was a pharmacy / Dollar Tree.
Sure. Okay.
Good idea. To the Asian market or to the pharmacy?
How about either?
Oh.
I would.
Right.
I mean, no offense, but I get my prescriptions filled at Kroger pharmacy, and I don't see any need.
Okay.
I just like what I need. I bring with me what I odd that I would need a pharmacy item at work.
So like over-the-counter medicine. If you had a headache one day, would that bring you over there?
Yeah, I don't take aspirin. I don't take medications. But
Okay.
I had a cold first when I started working here, and I did bring aspirin from home.
Okay.
To keep in my desk.
So okay.
That's it. I don't see it as being a big need for me to run over and get an aspirin.
No offense taken, definitely. No, that's perfect input. I mean,
I agree with that. I agree that I probably wouldn't go over there for my shopping needs, just basic shopping or over-the-counter medicines, because I commute here from South Bend, so maybe that's a reason why. But I can go to the areas around me, CVS and Walgreens, for that stuff. If I, the reason I would go there is the post office. That's my primary thing. I wouldn't be going there to shop. And even the Asian market, that's around here, since I'm a staff person here, so I work here and go home and go in my community where they're shopping for less expensive, most likely. I can use coupons, the discounts and the sale ads and things like that. That's what I would do. I wouldn't go there for that purpose to either of them, except I like that the post office is right there and you can meet postal needs.
Okay. How about you?
Yeah, I also go there before the post office.
Okay. Have you ever used it? You've been in it?
Yeah, yeah.
Anything? Have you used it for anything else?
No.
Okay, just post office?
Yeah, just.
Gotcha. How about you? Okay, go ahead.
I had an emergency once with something in my eye, and we sent somebody over there, and she gave me some little emergency things to clean my eye out. So in that particular case, they were great. I couldn't believe it. There was something that, when you get something in your eye, and I couldn't open my eye. So they also do little things like that. I mean, if there's some sort of, I just felt like that was a service that was really helpful, and that they didn't charge me. They knew the situation, and I just thought that was great.
We had a group member, I think 2 days ago, she had pepper spray on her key and then touched her eyeball. And had a panic attack. She could have used it. She could have used something like that.
Absolutely.
Okay, I want to talk about healthy products again. Where can you get healthy items around here? And by healthy items, I mean things like kale chips, things like that. Where would you be able to get that around here?
I think in the student center, there's a very small section in that little shop that has like your protein bars and that kind of stuff. I think they probably have some of those specialties.
Okay. Have you guys ever used that? For
I'm referring to the one just right in, not in Barnes.
the students.
Right, the student center.
I think it's called Barnes and Nibble.
Oh, Nibble, yeah. Oh, okay. We have a Barnes and Nibble, and then we have a Barnes and Nibble. Oh, sorry. Okay.
There's a Whole Foods that opened down the way, so one morning when I was here early, I went there.
Okay.
They don't open until 8, so.
That would be inconvenient hours then again.
Yeah, but
Where's
it's
that?
before 8. Whole Foods, it's right down on Woodward, it's a little south of here.
Would that be convenient to use for anyone? To drive over there?
Well, if you're gonna get in your car and you wanted something healthy.
It's got a small parking lot.
I'm trying to do well market for that, but you have to walk like 15 minutes from this building.
Where's that at?
On Willis, next to Avalon Bakery.
Okay. Gotcha. So if this place was to carry just small snacks like that, could you see yourselves ever using a service like that? You probably could.
Like what kind of stuff?
Let's just say, I don't know, what's some healthy items? Throw some out there.
Because I know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not healthy. I eat the.
You should have a tray of samples. These are the healthy items we're talking about.
We thought about it.
Pictures.
Or like Fresh Corner Cafe is like a group that does a lot of like ready-made salads and sandwiches and stuff like that, or like yogurt parfaits. And I feel like I could maybe end up going there for something like that if I don't want to do like a made-to-order something at Freshie or don't want to have to wander off campus.
I don't know where else you get items like that. I'm not sure. Other than those, unless you're willing to go far away.
Well, they also do have some of those like right here.
Okay.
That little kiosk, right?
So that's
Other than closing at like 2.
okay.
Apparently I always get hungry at like 2:05.
You want to talk about what Stowe brought to Maria, his products? And,
Sure, you can go for it.
what?
Okay, so hard to get items like it was chocolate from Mexico. It's like hand ground and stuff. Really unique items. Would that bring you over? Something like that. I wish I had it to give you out, but.
It would depend on the price.
Okay, so price.
Yeah. Because I like trying new things, but if the price is too high.
Okay. University Pharmacy, in terms of price, you guys have used it? Does it seem more expensive than like the kiosk or anything?
Yeah, I would say so.
You think so?
Yeah, because that's a convenience, you're paying for it to be, supposed to be paying for it to be convenient. I think it's a little bit more expensive than if you go to, Target or something, right?
Are the, I guess people don't really care, everyone has insurance here, but are the drugs more expensive to get filled?
No.
Yeah, can you use insurance there?
Yes, I used it for the first time yesterday, and I don't have insurance through Wayne State. And the reason why I went there is because my CVS, they didn't have the medicine filling prescriptions, so I figured, an off chance. So I hit them up yesterday, and they had it on hand, and it was done in like 20 minutes. So I was pleased. And it was an additional charge, but yes, if I went to CVS.
How much of an additional charge?
No,
Oh,
no
okay,
additional.
there's no additional charge?
I have a quick question. Is there a good place for sushi on campus?
There's wasabi over here.
Over just that one? Not like your little Kroger style.
Oh,
At the grocery store, around Warren.
Sometimes they have it at the little coffee place in the student center, or like next to the pizza place, but it's
The big Starbucks.
yeah.
Mine's more of a steak fest.
See all those issues that we need to cover.
Yeah, if you guys want any more food, go ahead.
Yeah,
Plenty.
absolutely.
We can do anything.
We don't have to be formal.
Yeah, I know. He's eating. We're not.
Okay, let's talk about reasons that you haven't used it. On our survey, we asked a few questions. I already have a regular pharmacy, unfamiliar with products and services, not enough product variety, inconvenient location, or other. How would you fall into that for the people who haven't used the pharmacy?
Could you repeat that? Because it's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so how about just reasons that you haven't used it? Things like reasons that you haven't been over there. You were unfamiliar, right? Has anybody been familiar and hasn't used it?
I have, except for the post office.
I have another pharmacy.
Okay. What kind of pharmacy? CVS is a chain.
In my town,
This pretty much everybody use typically a chain pharmacy.
I use mail order.
Okay. So yeah, that and then they can do that for you also. Well, you use it, right?
So, but I
Gotcha.
use mail order.
If you don't live around here, then I don't see a reason why you would have your drugs filled there. Because the whole point about having a prescription, you usually need it, like you forgot about it, or you have to get it refilled, or you need it right away, so you need it close to your home. So I could never envision I would ever use the, to get a prescription filled there.
Okay. And
And in my case, anywhere around my judgment, not with the pharmacy, we ask if there's insurance. So
Mhm.
just don't know.
okay. Is there anything else? We've covered a lot, so definitely thank you so far. Any other input that you guys can think of?
Training for what?
Any ideas for there? Anything that you'd like them to carry? Any services you'd like offered? Any inconveniences with it?
It's not a suggestion or whatever, but do you have a sense for the pharmacies, the breakdown of their business between students on the one hand and faculty and staff on the other hand?
Okay, so it's mostly students that would use it for things like items, convenient items. The staff would use it for services and prescriptions and stuff. I know flu shots, mostly staff would use that. Students, we all get, we can go to the health center for free flu shots. So it's basically services for staff. But other than that, yeah, it's foot traffic would be mostly students walking by. It's not. We've found so far it's mostly we've got 400 surveys out. It just varies pretty much.
I could imagine they could raise their visibility or profile if they did some like events right on the sidewalk outside. Like I don't know whether it's giving away, I don't know, pedometers or something, or condoms for students, but for anyone. That kind of stuff that's relevant to campus and helps them get them.
Can you get prescriptions at the University Health Center?
No.
Okay.
But we know that like they'll typically refer to like a CVS or something, which is strange, but
There's a problem there.
there's definitely a gap with that.
So the University Health Center doesn't have like PAs or doctors to write out a prescription for you?
They do. They write the script, but they don't fill it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What doctor's office does that?
Well, some have it like attached, but yeah. But I feel like they should refer them. I guess I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I think the parking, if you live off campus, is an issue to me. Like if I found that there was like a great benefit or a discount for employees or staff to go there, the parking for me would be, even though I can park right there, but if I just wanted to whip in there without having to walk across the street, parking right there on Anthony Lane is a challenge. If I wanted to come
Discount
down
what? What are you
like a
looking for?
discount for staff to,
A discount of what items in the pharmacy?
well, whatever, to just go there, because that's
do
just not
offer-
an incentive for me to go away. I live in Southfield,
They
so
do
why would I go
offer
way
a
down
discount on
here?
prescriptions. I mean, that's pretty good.
But I pay a mail order, so I already get a discount through the mail order.
Yeah.
So what's my incentive in opposed to doing that? To go way down here, drag way down here from Southfield to go in there.
Well, they're talking about when you're here at work. I mean, I wouldn't drive, I live in Troy and I wouldn't drive to Southfield to get my prescription.
Right,
So,
I wouldn't drive to
you're
Troy.
already here. You're already here. That's the issue.
No, and what I'm saying is because he's saying what other things are we talking about?
I don't think they're looking. I don't think the pharmacy is looking for people to come from their homes, even if they live in the area, unless it's for prescription items. It would be like this group here in this building, and maybe others on campus. What would make you want to go into it while you're here at work?
Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're
Yeah,
that's fair.
feel?
Mm-hmm.
I thought, as if it's a pharmacy, I thought they were marketing to. That's what you guys were saying. You know, what could they do to bring more? Someone said about the signage, and I mean, are they attracting more people there? How would they do that?
But again, in your office, if you're here in the building, what besides
Not
the
doing it.
prescriptions, what would bring you over there?
Nothing.
Nothing. Do you guys agree with that? Would anything bring you over, or are you on the other end with something actually?
I think definitely the post office. I think
Yes.
many
Yeah,
reasons.
other than that.
That's what I've been there for.
Yes.
To run in there, but I think the other thing I wanted to say was just the couple times I've been in there, I don't know what the layout of the store, to me it was a little awkward when you walk in, there's a little tiny area in front of the counter. The time I was there were several people, so we're kind of stacked up trying to wait by the door. It just seems like it's almost very cramped for the space that they have,
It's a
and
pretty
what they have
big.
in there. Yeah, but it just didn't seem very open enough to have people standing there waiting.
I would go just to see, because of the discussion, just to see, like you said, about the layout, what they have available. I just absolutely love the fact that it's a postage, post office, and then are the postage stamps, are they the same cost as you would at the post office? Is there a markup? Straight, okay.
You can't mess with the federal stuff.
I would go just to see.
Yeah, greeting cards, because that's what I needed. I needed to send a card at the last minute, and I couldn't find a stamp here. I had no clue where to get a stamp. But now I know. So greeting cards would be a nice thing. That's another thing I find pharmacy.
An email blast of all the things that they have available might be a nice way to market. It's cost effective.
She has a big issue with she's not allowed to solicit, so really it'd be basically word of mouth. She's not allowed to send emails like that through because she's not a part of the school. She's independent from it.
Sandwich signs. Sandwich sign just walking down the street. Like you said, with the giveaways, the sandwich sign, especially if the weather is agreeable, it would just drum up business and bring more visibility to it because it's been there. And I've been to Dunkin' Donuts and to FedEx right around the corner and have totally missed the pharmacy. So I'm thinking, the sandwich signs on both sides. Make one of the blow up characters that look like the dog outside, just something, to bring visibility to that particular spot might be helpful.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting that you hadn't noticed it. Were you gonna say?
Yeah, like, even just like, if not somebody like carrying a sign, just like a big sidewalk sign that like sits on the sidewalk that people have to look at that's more visible, because I've like mentioned it to people if somebody needs a stamp or needs some random like, oh, I have a headache, I need this, like, oh, go to the pharmacy. They're like, there's a pharmacy, and they've walked past it but not seen it. I'm sure there's like some sign. I'm from urban planning. I'm sure there's some sign ordinance or something, but there's like ways to get around that.
One of those dancing guys with a sign outside.
Basically, well, I think I don't.
Sorry.
They have. It's not like they don't tell about anything. She just puts up like various things about health, like findings and stuff. Nothing real. It's, I don't know. Twitter was. It's just like links from the same thing. So they definitely don't have that. Would you guys look for something like that to find information?
Well, I do think so, or definitely, if you were to make changes to her space, if you taking a picture of like a certain item. I know you said you can't solicit, but like saying like if every week maybe she's got a certain item on special or something.
Well,
or
if she was to use something like social media, she wouldn't have to. That wouldn't be like she would be allowed to put whatever she wanted then.
Like as the holidays are approaching, like get some. Yeah, they have stamps at the post office. It would make sense for them to have cards, like come get your like Sweetest Day card or Easter and all that kind of stuff.
So that's what you get. Well, I buy a lot of my cards at the, Rite Aid drugstore or whatever. When I need a card, I don't want to go. I just run in and get it, and I don't go to Hallmark. I just get it and mail it, and I guess that's a thing that I would go over there for.
Especially last minute cards.
Yeah, because it's always a last minute thought.
She's gonna do like, if she's gonna do social media, I think like mentioning like specials or like things that are like seasonally appropriate would be good. She might also want to look at like Detroit Hardware has like the funniest Facebook ever. Detroit Hardware and the Peacock Room are two like midtown businesses that are doing that stuff really well, and they like have actual personality to it. You don't need to be like sarcastic or rude, but I actually follow those and haven't hidden them in my feed because I know I'll like see something that I actually want to, like, oh, that's pretty funny. And then when I need something from the hardware store, I'll remember.
It's interesting.
My sense is that she needs to think about the identity of the store. Is it a pharmacy or is it an off-premise store? I mean, is it a convenience store or is it a pharmacy?
If it's all purpose, one suggestion that I can't find around here, because I don't like sweets, I don't like donuts for breakfast, but I like a bagel. And so many times I'm running late, and I would just love a place where I could get a toasted bagel. Or bagel. Or just something not sweet for breakfast.
There's Einstein Brothers.
Yeah, I hate Einstein.
But
You want good bagels.
Yeah.
I think she's also constrained by space. It's a small space, like you said. So if she wants to expand and do different stuff,
Can't be a CVS. Can't compete with like that.
But it could compete with the Asian market a little better, I think. But even with that, I think she's space constrained.
Okay.
I heard the McDonald's went out of business because the rent was so high, so I imagine she can't even expand. If she's an independent, it probably is just the rent on campus is.
It's exuberant.
Yes,
Definitely is.
probably outrageous if McDonald's is going to pay it.
Where's the Asian market? Yeah, where's the market?
It's like one more block.
Yeah, it goes down from Jimmy John's. They just did get a nice, pretty new sign.
So it's in the same strip of business.
Yeah, just the next block south.
Yeah.
Anyway, before you get to Warren.
It's interesting that so few of us know what's actually around. And I wonder what causes that. Why is there a lack? Do you just go come here and then go home usually? Is that it?
Usually I have so much on my mind in terms of studying and classes and things of that nature. So I am kind of focused as to where I'm going. So if it's not standing out, I do know that there is a masseuse that is in a shop there because I've seen him at other community health fairs. So what he does is when I'm coming in the morning, he's waving at people. And it's because I recognize him that I know that he's there. Mm-hmm. So other than that, if it's not standing out, you know, or, you know, highly visible, again, the balloon man doing this out there, I would never have known that you could get you a full body massage just right here on campus. And Dunkin' Donuts, they have their sign up there. For Subway, it's sort of recessed. It's not, the signage is not on the outside. So if we are totally focused on something or our mind is, you know, just consumed with something else, unless something is standing out, you'll walk right past it.
I agree with that. Well, Subway pumps out smell, so you get that. But
the social club hair salon, like their renovations inside, it looks awesome. But I wouldn't have known had somebody else. Like I went in there because I was with someone else, and they took me in there. I was like, whoa, this is so cool. You would never know.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, is there a place around here to get your nails done or anything like that?
At least I know that's hair. I don't know if they do. I don't think they do nails, but maybe somebody else does.
Where's that at?
It's right next to the pharmacy.
Oh.
Right next to Dunkin'.
Well, when it gets warmer, I'll go take a walk.
I think it's word of mouth too, like, because I wouldn't have known that social club was right there either until someone told me, or I was, you know, I was inquiring about my hair anyway, and someone told me, oh, check here. But I think what I do mostly do is come here and go home. So because the things that are here are already in the community that I live in.
Okay. And they're more expensive too, outside of the post office.
Let's see, we're running, if anybody needs to leave, we're at like 45 minutes, so thank you so far. If you guys have a couple more minutes, we can talk about other services. She offers medication management therapy, biometric screening management, diabetes prevention, tuberculosis screenings, immunizations, HIV screenings, and influenza. Would you guys go there for a service, like a different service, or would you go to your doctor's office for that usually?
Are you saying she offers that the pharmacy office also?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys know about what she offers all of these?
Were you aware of any of that?
Yes.
No.
Wait.
I was aware. I was my doctor.
Well, that pretty much wraps things up. If you guys want to grab more food, please.
Thank you.
Was it good?
What are they? Can you name those services that?
Okay, so it was. So she offers medication management therapy, which was the thing like your medicines mixing, like the two kinds. Biometric screening and management, diabetes prevention, tuberculosis and PPD screenings, immunizations, HIV screenings, and then influenza and strep throat testing. So it's kind of like a mini doctor's office in a way.
So if I'm feeling ill and I think I have strep throat, I can go over there and she can tell me.
I believe so. Yes.
And then what's the charge? Just the charge of like can you use your insurance for that, or I wonder?
I'm not sure. I can't answer that.
I took the screenings and it was, but again, it was part of wellness and it didn't cost anything.
Okay.
I'm interested in an HIV screening piece because I worked at a Ryan White's program before. If someone proves positive, do they offer counseling or referral?
Yes, she does do that definitely. Yeah, that's really what she wants to do. She wants to be that kind of a service rather than a CVS where she's just selling items and toiletry and anything. That's what she would prefer to have it.
Then would she be competing with the health center?
Well, that's another issue. So for staff, you guys can't use the health center,
Right.
but students can use it. So it's kind of unfortunate for that reason.
Oh.
I noticed, I'm not really big on doctors, I have to say, but I'm healthy. But I needed to get my daughter a quick physical, and I don't really pay attention to TV commercials that much, but something was hitting my the CVS or one of these drugstores offered it. And I went. And it cost like $55, but it's kind of nice to get like a quick physical for community for something you're participating in, rather than going to a doctor because I'm a last minute. I'm thinking about it now. I'm going to do it. So I really like that. I don't know if anyone else has that kind of need, for like a little quickie physical where you're not really sick, but you need, yeah. Or even if, like if I don't feel too good, I don't want to go to the doctor. I'm just, if there's a way to go over there, if like you think, oh, I just want to make sure I don't really have strep throat, I don't really have anything, I think I might use that.
Okay.
If she does that,
So yeah, so
give that some thought.
getting from that point to you actually finding out is a real issue, I think. You would never have known that they had these kind of services, did you?
No.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm new. I just started in December. I know very little about what.
But you had never heard about it? Nobody gave you like an intro to the area or anything?
No, I think there's orientation in July I'm scheduled for.
Okay.
Well, I went to
So I'm going to
orientation.
find
They
out.
don't- They do, if you take the tour, like if you
Yes,
go on the,
in July.
well, there's orientation to the university, and then there's like, orientation for like new employees. If you take the orientation to the university, then I think they do share that, like they share the wellness thing, what that is. They share the, the police comm. They share the things that are here at Wayne, but they don't detail it like that. Or they may share, they may give you the pamphlet. I don't even know if she has pamphlets that maybe that's something that she could, that the